Welcome to the InitiativeOne podcast. Today is a really cool day for me because I get to interview my best friend, my partner, my business partner, our new CEO, and my wife, Tracy. Tracy, it is good to have you. I want to say to our audience, thank you for joining us. I said to Tracy before we came on, we're just going to talk like we always do, and just invite people to into our living room and just hear some of the chats that we have. And so thank you for being a part of us today. Tracy, welcome.
Thank you, Fred.
You're nervous, aren't you?
I love video recording. It's so awesome. I think we should do it more often.
So we're going to have a good talk today. We're going to be talking about what's it like for a leader to go through major transition. For those of you who don't know this, I started InitiativeOne about 25 years ago. It was my baby. And we grew from my basement to today we're in 7 countries. We're in 6 states. And we have this remarkable facility in downtown Green Bay, Wisconsin, after we moved from Arizona to get closer to a national audience. We've been through a lot of change. And Tracy has been with me since 2005 as part of our team. In fact, at one point, it was just me and Trace. And so recently, Trace is an incredible systems thinker. And I knew that if we were going to scale this company, we had to make it much more team-based, systems-based. And so I asked Trace to take over as CEO because we needed a different kind of leader than what I was giving. And so, Trace, what's it been like in the first 5 months going from a COO to the CEO of this company? What were you afraid of? What were you scared of? How's it going? I mean, just talk to us.
I think the biggest challenges that I've had just really have been recognizing that, man, we have some good work that we have to get done over the next 5 years. You've been at this for 25 years. It's your baby. And taking that baby and growing it into a young adult and, thriving young adult has been just a really exciting process this last 5 months. And you have set the team and me up for success in the transition in so many ways. And I'm so grateful for that. So as the last 5 months have played out, first of all, our team has been very encouraging to both of us, I think, in terms of this transition. And one of the things I remember in one of the podcasts that Jason Perkins did, he said, surround yourself with really good people. And you have set me up with some really talented, amazing leaders across the country. And they are helping all of us shine. And we're so appreciative of that.
Thanks, Trace. We were talking beforehand and I said, let's just be real. And we all have conversations with ourselves in our heads. We have those demons that love to dance. That rent space in our head. What were you telling yourself when you were taking over and after you've taken over? What were some of those messages that you've had to fight? Because I guarantee you, people in our audience have fought the same fight.
Yeah. So a couple of the messages that I've had to overcome really that mindset of why do I deserve to step into this role? I've been operational. I've been in a startup situation multiple times. I've probably done 10 or 12 startups in my career. And then stepping into InitiativeOne was like a startup. And so it's that little voice that says, do I have the confidence? Do I have the ability to step in the lead role and lead a team in the way that helps the company thrive and grow? And so that doubt, that self-doubt, that confidence of being able to do what needs to be done plays and dances in my head continuously as a part of this transition.
Well, you've said to me sometimes that I have a larger than life personality. That's not always a positive thing. And I remember you had conversations, will people think I'm just a placeholder? Or will people think that I'm doing this because you're my wife? How have you, first of all, in many ways, you're a better leader than me. And I felt like, wow, we hit the jackpot in being able to have you in a position to take over. How have you dealt with that?
You are bigger than life, Fred Johnson. And listen, the beauty of it is it's not a competition, right? It's a collaboration, and it's leaning into the things that we teach. We all have our own strengths. We all have our own capabilities as leaders, and our advisory board is just tremendous in giving us advisement. And some of your gifts as a visionary leader, they have to stay. They can't go yet. That is an area that that helps us to grow and expand the work that we do on a day in and day out basis. The work that I love really on the systems side is it's time for our company to do some systems work. As you scale as a company, the systems become as important as the vision is, because if we're not out there delivering a high outcome piece of work, 10 experience, as we call it, our best experience with our customers and our clients that we work with, that doesn't bode well in our portfolio of clients. And so we know that the systems matter, and we have to build out those systems. And so as we partner in a different way, not CEO to COO, but founder to CEO, I think it's a great complement to the organization and to help us level up the entire team.
We've learned that many business owners have what we call a lifestyle business, that it's really all about them. And we know that 2 out of 3 companies in a day where so many people are leaving and are retiring, and they're wanting to sell their company or transfer it, we know that 2 out of 3 are not sellable. Even if they make a lot of money, they're not sellable, because it's all based upon the owner. And if the founder leaves, all the clients leave, the employees may leave. And so we've really worked hard on creating an organization that was not dependent upon me, that if something happened to me tomorrow, it could be seamless. And we've done that by working on systems, building a strong executive team, and transferring knowledge. Is there anything else that has been critical to making this not a lifestyle business, but a business that has value and worth financially, that is sellable, is transferable?
Yeah, I think you hit on the key things for us from a transition perspective. I think the thing that weaves all of it together that you can't not think about or not talk about in the work that we do is that its purpose, it's really about the original purpose of this baby that you started, right? It's the transformation process that is different than most leadership processes that people bring into their organization. It is about transformation and transforming not just the organization, but the people who are within that organization. And so we start there. And I think weaving all of that into the three things that you just described makes it a smoother process for us, because our team has that united purpose that keeps them together, and we've been able to attract really high quality, talented people that we are just so blessed and honored to be working with on a regular basis.
You know, Tracy, we have some unique challenges because we're husband and wife, and you know, we've had people say, how in the world can you all work together? I didn't think that spouses could work well together. I don't know about you, but I couldn't imagine not working alongside. I mean, for us, it's play. What would you say to a couple out there that's contemplating an endeavor with a spouse or a family member? Why does it work?
I think it works, and family-owned businesses, we go into family-owned businesses, they're not, there can be challenges. There can be challenges when our team needs to come to you or come to me about our performance or has to give us feedback in a specific area. That's always dancing in the back of their heads. So that can be a challenge for us. But family-owned businesses actually make up a lot of the bedrock of the U.S. economy. Yeah. And so you want to make sure that the partnership is strong. And I think we've worked hard on that personally, and we've worked hard on that professionally, that we know what our strengths are. We know how they complement each other. We know how partnership really helps us get better as a team. And I can't imagine doing it without you either.
Well, it's like play to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's like play.
Yeah.
And you know, I had a couple CEO of a healthcare organization come to us this past week, and his wife is his right-hand person, and they said, what has been invaluable to help you all? And I shared this with him. You've got to set very clear boundaries with your team. And those boundaries for us were, look, if you have a conflict with Tracy, don't assume that conflict is with me, and vice versa. Don't assume that if one of us is upset with you, both of us are upset. You are your own person. You have your own style, you have your own skill set, and you have your own way of doing leadership. And we say this a lot to our folks that if you have an issue with Tracy, don't come to me, and vice versa. And we have found that to be really, really effective. We've also said there will be times where we're going to quibble with each other. And just because we quibble with each other doesn't mean you need to be drawn into that and go, oh my gosh, Tracy and Fred they're arguing and they're fussing at each other. I mean, we'll actually say, if that happens, and it will, just go with the flow. Just know that we love each other to death, and our marriage is in great shape. And no matter how intense our disagreements are going to come, we're going to work it through. I mean, we've had to have those conversations with our staff.
Yes, we have. And you know, what's coming to my mind is just, I think that's what makes us so good at what we do, because what you're describing between you and I and our team is what most teams deal with in the companies that we work with. It has nothing to do with being husband and wife. It has to do with how do you be the best teammate and colleague in the businesses that you're working in.
And it's really based on respect.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I've asked myself, okay, if I get involved in this, will this be undermining Tracy? Will it send a message to the rest of the team that I don't have confidence in her? And so I'm always asking myself, how do will this demonstrate respect? And I think that applies to all teams.
Yes, absolutely. And those are some of the key transformation pieces that we see in companies. And so the work that we do in our own company is the work oftentimes that is the most important. And it's not the soft stuff, it's the hard stuff, because it's about conflict, it's about communication, it's about how do we drive change in our organizations. And so it is, we're so passionate about it. And if our team isn't modeling it and we aren't modeling it, it does not bode well for people who are trying to look to us for expertise.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yes. Here we go. Here we go, audience.
What is it that drives you crazy irritates the heck out of you when, as the founder who's not the CEO anymore, what has irritated the heck out of you about me, and what do I need to do better?
I love that. So first of all, no, there's not a first, second, and third. No, I think that you've been tremendous in just this transition. I've felt supported. I have not felt anything get under my bonnet, because we deal with things immediately. If there's tension, if there are things that are bothersome to either one of us. You've been a great coach and advisor. I mean, for 25 years, you have advised CEOs, and it would be remiss of me not to take that advisement and really lean into my own leadership in that way. So I've never felt really irritated or really like you've gotten under my skin about anything.
Well, I'll remind you of that when we're having a tough day. What I appreciate about you is that you have not been afraid to come to me and say, I need your advice. Sometimes when these transitions come on, that person who has taken over has a sense of, well, I have to prove that I know what I'm doing. And I don't want input from, we're going in a new, different direction. And I don't want that person's advice, to their detriment and to the company's detriment. One of the things I've appreciated about you is that you've sought that, and I've also said, this is information. It's up to you whether you want to act upon it or not.
Yeah, that's been extremely helpful. And I think you're hitting on some of the things that the voices in my head, in terms of having to make sure that I'm not moving too quickly with our team. And our team, they're so gifted right now that they want to take on a lot. And all of those years of making sure that we keep the main thing, and stay on purpose in the work as we add services, as we add team members, your voice is in my head all the time. It's been an amazing mentorship since 2004.
Has it been hard as taking on new things to let go of old things?
Oh, is that something we need to do? Coach, you didn't tell me that.
If there's one thing that I'm trying to coach you on that is not sticking very well, it may be that. That might be
it. So yes, I would say yes. It's those operational responsibilities and making sure the team is, competent, has mastery. Not that I doubt it. It just takes time to hand those things off, and we're working through that. So those are the letting go of transitions for me. Mm. What's been hardest for you as founder?
The sense of, I remember that first couple months, man, it was hard. And it was not because I didn't have confidence in you or the team or our company, I had messages in my head, am I needed anymore? If they don't want me to be a part of a meeting now, is it that they want me to go away, and really working so that my identity is not linked to this. And so I found when I wasn't invited to a meeting, I'd go, well, don't they realize that I'm the best in the company at that? And don't they want me anymore? Are they trying to exclude me? So you go into these conspiracy kind of stuff. And I had to really get a handle on that real quick. I think what I am very conscious of is making sure that I'm not doing things that may send a message that I don't have faith in you. So what meetings do I attend? What meetings do I not attend? Who do I send to when they come to me? And redirecting people that, I'm not the one you need to talk to about that. And I think it's actually become a joy, because I know what I had to identify was, where is my sweet spot that I really, really love? And that's what this has allowed me to do. That I love strategic facilitation with strategic groups that could lead to huge opportunities if we have a 10 experience. I love writing. I've completed a book and I've started a second one. And then I love public speaking. This has allowed me to stay in my sweet spot. The other thing that I've had to really work on, I've struggled with workaholism all my life. So going up to the island to our lodge, and just playing on a tractor on a Wednesday, and you're going, oh my gosh, am I not connected anymore? Am I losing my fire? Are they going to look at this as I don't care anymore? I mean, most of my struggle has been dealing with my own inward voices.
Yeah. Yeah. And what have you let go of?
I've let go of having of operational responsibilities. Because the team is awesome at it. You're awesome at it. Letting go of that has been the biggest thing. I think that's what I've let go of. I mean, what would you say?
I would say that's accurate. That's accurate.
Well,
cool.
So where are we going to be in 5 years?
We'll be a much bigger company, probably double our size, with talent across the country and across the globe.
Well, I just want to say to you, you are a delight to work with. And, I love you to death. I think our company is already better. And it's going to be great to continue to partner with you. All right. Now, this is very, very unprofessional, but I want, now I'm talking to my wife. I want to kiss.
And on the on camera. Okay.
So you have just seen probably the most non-professional, professional podcast in your life. But we're having a ball. If you can release and trust your team to take over, for those of you leaders who are control freaks, there's no bigger control freak than me. And believe me, it can be done. I want to thank you for joining us. Trace, thanks for spending some time with me. We just wanted to, I call it shoot the fat with each other, and say to all of our community that's watching this, You've been a huge part of our success. We couldn't have done it without you and your loyalty, and we thank you so much. Make sure that if you want to know more about us, go to the website at the bottom of the screen. Also, check out our think tanks. That is where people are learning about how we do business, what our philosophies are. We'll have between 800 and 1,000 people. And it's 45 minutes of high energy, interactive teaching. And I'll put as much effort into that and the same level of care and precision that I am with a speech that we're being paid a lot of money. And so join us for our think tanks. Any closing parting words for you?
No, I think I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate the clients that we work with and partner with on a day in and day out basis. And please reach out and give us a call and a shout if you have a team that you're either trying to sharpen and level up, or even if there are issues within the team. We happen to have some expertise in that area. So
thanks, Trace.
Thank you.
And thank you. You all have a terrific day.